It's an exciting day, not just for the San Diego Metropolitan Transit System, which I have the great honor of chairing. It is an exciting day for our entire region. It is an exciting day for San Diego. Our MTS rail operations team have been hard at work testing the new system. That testing has gone very, very well, and that is thanks to an incredible and very professional team of MTS employees. And we want to say a special thank you to all the MTS workers out there who have been ready and getting this thing up and running. Because of all of the work over the years in funding, thank you, Senator Padilla and the federal government, because of all of the work of our leaders at Sandag in designing and building, thank you to Sandag, because of everyone in this community who's come together, the UC San Diego Blue Line trolley is ready today for its first passengers. We are going to kick off the inaugural ride. This special ride we're doing today is a part of our run-up to the full expansion, the 11-mile expansion, which will open later this year in November. We know transit works. It connects people, it connects communities, it gets you from where you are to where you want to go in a safe, efficient way. We also know it improves our air quality. It lowers greenhouse gas emissions, it reduces congestion. But it takes years of planning and investment. And all of that is coming to fruition today with our first ride. And we're so grateful to all of the partners who are here. We're so grateful to all of the individuals who have worked for decades to make today a reality, a ribbon we can cut, a ride we can take, and really laying the foundation for what San Diegans will be able to enjoy and benefit from starting in November. Again, we want to say a special thank you to the federal government, in particular Senator Alex Padilla, who's here with us today. You'll hear from him in a moment. Senator Padilla has been leading on efforts of investment and efforts of infrastructure. And in San Diego, we are grateful for your leadership and your work, and particularly grateful for you being here today and joining us. And so we're honored to have your presence here. The Blue Line expansion is an incredible thing that I think is coming at a perfect time in San Diego. You know, as MTS as an agency pre-COVID, we were one of the very few transit agencies in the entire country that was seeing month-over-month ridership increase. More riders on our trolleys, more riders on our buses. One of the safest transit agencies with one of the best on-time records in a financially solid situation, and then COVID hit. And COVID impacted everyone's ridership. But now as we work to come out of COVID, we look to get that ridership back and climb it. And the Blue Line extension coming online in November is a perfect time to get more people excited about what's going. I also want to give a plug for Pronto, our new fare collection system. Pronto is working. Our numbers are way beyond what we thought they would be in August, and I want to remind everyone in September, you know, we used to do a free ride day. But our board said we want to do things to get more people riding. So we said, well, maybe we do a free ride week. And our board said, no, we want to do more than that. So we're doing free ride month. For the entire month of September, with your new Pronto card, you can ride all of our buses and trolleys fare free. And so thank you to everyone who's been involved in that and everyone who's coming. Now today, we've got some individuals to recognize. And so many folks have been involved for so many years in making this a reality. We can't hear from everyone, or we would be here until the full line opens in November. But we want to recognize, and I ask for your patience, let's hold our applause till the end, but I want to recognize a number of those who are here with us today. You will hear in a minute from Senator Alex Padilla, Mayor Todd Gloria, Sandag Chair, and Mayor Catherine Blakespear. And we're honored to have the Mayor of Tijuana, Carla Ruiz McFarland, who is here. Thank you all for being here. All right, we'll clap in segments. We'll clap for that segment. Now we'll do another segment, and then we'll clap for this segment. I want to thank the members of the MTS Board of Directors. We have an incredible board. They are engaged. They know what's going on with transit. They ask good questions, and the reason we're such a well-run agency is not just our professional staff. It is our engaged board. And so let me introduce the MTS Board of Directors who are here. Our Vice Chair, Mayor Alejandro Sotelo Solis, Paloma Aguirre, Sean Elo Rivera, Jill Galvez, Ron Hall, Mary Salas, Bill Sankey, Marcus Bush, Raul Campillo, Joe LaCavo, Matthew Leba Gonzalez, Marnie Von Wilpert, and Stephen Whitburn. Thank you. Let's give it up for the MTS Board of Directors. Sandag, our incredible partners who designed and built this on time and on budget. We mentioned their chair who's here. You'll hear from in a minute, but we also want to welcome the Sandag board members, Council President Jennifer Campbell, John McCann, Dave Drucker, and Lisa Hebner, our Sandag Board of Directors. Thank you for joining us. We have Dr. Sharon Whitehurst Payne from San Diego Unified School Board District, Jawad al-Baghdadi from the office of Congresswoman Sarah Jacobs, Deanna Spain from the office of our Senator Tony Atkins, our President Pro Tem. Thank you. From San Diego County Assembly, we have Glenn McDonald with Assemblymember Tasha Borner-Horvath, Lucero Magana with Assemblymember Akila Weber, Diamond Wallace-Brandon with my Assemblymember, Assemblywoman Lorena Gonzalez's office. And we want to thank our fearless leader at MTS, Sharon Cooney, the CEO of MTS, Hassan Ekrada, the Executive Director of Sandag. We want to thank Mitch Weiss, our partner from the California Transportation Commission, Executive Director. Thank you for joining us. Betsy Brennan from the Downtown Partnership, Ryan Perry from Westfield UTC, Scott Ellis from Siemens, and again, a special thank you to every one of the Sandag and MTS workers who have made this a reality. Let's give everyone who's here a round of applause. We also have the NCTD Board Chair, Tony Krantz, our partners to the north, former MTS Board Chair, Harry Mathis, Joe Stuyvesant from the Port Authority, and Gustavo Delarda from Caltrans. Thank you, everyone who is here with us today. Now, before we get on this ride, I want us to hear from a couple other folks who have been so involved and so instrumental in what we're doing, a part of opening up a one-seat ride from the border all the way to UTC that will begin in November. And today's step is a positive step in the next direction. And we're thrilled again with our federal partnership. And we're really honored to have with us. Please give a big San Diego welcome to Senator Alex Padilla.
Well, thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. Buenos dias. Love Alejandra Sotelo Solis, reminding me to be bilingual in everything we do. I want to thank you for inviting me to be part of this celebration, the historic expansion of San Diego's metropolitan transit system. I want to congratulate all the mayors here, Mayor Gloria, Mayor Blakespear, Mayor Ruiz, and of course, Supervisor Nathan Fletcher. Round of applause for him. Chair of MTS and MC for today's event. And so I'm going to pause so I can really capture your attention when I say the following. After 4 years of Infrastructure Week, infrastructure is finally happening. Infrastructure is happening throughout California and throughout the country. And as President Biden has recently said, we are really on the verge of an infrastructure decade. And that's because the president, working with Congress, particularly the Senate, I might add, is advancing, just in the last several weeks alone, we've been working nonstop to advance not just one, but 2 historic infrastructure packages, historic investments in our nation's infrastructure, a long list of projects just like this one. We're making large infrastructure investments, the largest investments in nearly a century, and the largest ever investment in sustainable infrastructure. And I want to take a moment to focus just on that for a second, because we here in California know that these investments cannot come soon enough. The climate crisis is real, and it is sadly a daily reality for families in California in the north that are threatened by wildfires, farmers who are grappling with the impact of drought on their crops and their livelihoods and those of their employees, yes, farm workers. Let's keep the firefighters in our prayers, those that are fighting on the front line, including delegations from throughout this region as part of mutual aid. You think this heat and humidity that we experience in the region of late is a coincidence? No. As Mr. Mayor has reminded me, it is a result of a changing climate. And we know that the transportation sector is the largest contributor of greenhouse gas emissions in the United States and accounts for roughly half of the emissions in the state of California. So the Mid-Coast Trolley project is a perfect example of the positive impact of federal funding. San Diego will receive more than $1 billion in funding through the Capital Investments Grant Program to build this trolley line. And through the infrastructure packages I just mentioned, we've authorized an additional $8 billion in new funding for the grants through this recently approved Senate infrastructure bill. The bill will also send an estimated $778 million in formula funding to transit projects throughout the San Diego region, specifically over the next 5 years. What does that mean? That means more communities connected. It means more good-paying jobs for construction workers and transit workers. And it means decreased emissions from vehicles, which will improve our air quality, our public health, and the health of the planet. We need to make further bold investments in clean transportation technologies if we are to meet the threat of the climate crisis. Now, for years, California has led the nation when it comes to climate through climate innovation in the private sector and bold goals through public policy. And this track record is a particular point of pride for me. And we know that San Diego is hard at work in creating a zero-emission bus fleet. And I'm working in the Senate to support that innovation, that vision, that forward thinking. See, the Senate infrastructure bill also includes $5.25 billion in new funding for the Low and No Emission Program, which provides state and local governments funding to buy or lease zero-emission or low-emission transit buses and the supporting infrastructure. So as I said, we're here to celebrate today, but we're just getting started. You know, when I returned to Congress after Labor Day, we're in this August recess right now, we will continue to work on the budget reconciliation bill, round 2 of the infrastructure packages that we've been negotiating, that you've been reading about. And I pledge to all of you to continue to advocate for California's clean transportation priorities. I'm excited to take a ride on the trolley today. I'll take that round of applause. And experience the tangible examples of San Diego's leadership and clean public transportation. And last but not least, a shout out to my fellow engineers. A lot of engineers at MTS and at Sandag and a lot of other regional and local agencies that are an important part of the design phase of all this, the construction phase of all this, the maintenance and operations of all this. So thank you, engineers. And thank you, Supervisor Fletcher.
Thank you, Senator. We're excited about these connections. We're excited about connections to come. And with that spirit in mind, I want to say a special welcome to the chair of the Airport Authority, Gil Cabrera. We are excited. We'll be excited one day when we're cutting the ribbon on that connection to the airport. But thank you, Gil, for being here. Next, I want to introduce someone who is an MTS board member but has a long history on the MTS board, on Sandag board, someone who's been working for many, many, many years to help bring today to fruition. Please give a big welcome to San Diego Mayor Todd Gloria.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and good morning, everyone. Don't worry, I'll be brief. It is very warm. As our senator acknowledged, the climate is changing. We got to do something about it. Good news is we're doing something about it. Am I right? This is a big day for our city and for our entire region. And I want to acknowledge the leadership of Chairman Fletcher, as well as Chair of the Sandag Board of Directors, Catherine Blakespear. With these two in charge of our transportation system here in San Diego, I know we're in very, very good hands. So thank you to you both for your leadership on this important issue. And if I can just give a quick kudos to our senator, you know, it is August recess, but you see he's not out in the playfield. He's out here working. And I want to let you know, I think it was just last week, right after you voted until like 3 o'clock in the morning, this man got on a plane to California, landed, and then was Zooming with me. No sleep. That is how hard our senator is working on our behalf. And Alex, I thank you. I thank you for prioritizing service. I thank you for prioritizing San Diego. And I'm glad you're here today, because when you go back to Washington, D.C., I want you to let them know, if you got some $1 billion to spend, we can spend it here in San Diego. Am I right, everybody? And let me just say, whether it's this particular day, you know, with the extension of the Midcoast Trolley, to last week we had the EPA administrator here on behalf of Pure Water San Diego, from our water infrastructure to our transportation infrastructure. Yes, Senator, it is infrastructure week, month, year, and we hope, as the president says, decade. We have so much to do in our community and so much work needs to be done, but this alignment of leaders is really what's going to get it done. So the Midcoast Trolley, listen, big deal, right? You all ready to ride this thing? Let me just say, this is the future of San Diego. I've expressed my gratitude. Now I want to put it in some context. We have real challenges in this community. How many of you all have sat on the 5 freeway at rush hour? Yeah, let's see those hands. I know. You know why this is a godsend, right? You know why it's important for traffic relief in our community. But I invite you to think about it a bit bigger. And some of you have heard me talk about this before. This is not just a trolley extension. This is a jobs train. This is a jobs train for people in the South Bay who want access to the good paying jobs up in the University Town Center area. This is an education train. This is an opportunity to get a one-seat ride to the incredible international institution that is UC San Diego. This is a healthcare train to give veterans the chance to go to our VA hospital, Scripps Healthcare, and of course our favorite, if you look at the signs, UC San Diego Healthcare System. This is so much more than just some rail on the line and some beautiful, iconic red trolley cars. This is life-changing. This is jobs, this is healthcare, this is education, this is opportunity for San Diegans. And you all know me. What I'm about is about making sure that everyone in this city has a fair shot at a better life. That is what happened to me and my family. I'm nostalgic, if you'll forgive me. My parents met actually just down the block at Old Kelly's Pet Hotel. We went to Catholic school up the hill there. You see it in the distance. My grandmother lived for 60 years just down the street. This community is changing. It's changing for the better. I know change can be frightening. And a lot of you ask, hey, all this housing you need to build. Yes, we need to build more housing, because guess what? Too many people work too hard and can't keep a roof over their head. And when you ask, when I say we have to have more housing, you say, well, where's the infrastructure going to come from? What about the traffic? This is what we will do about the traffic and about the infrastructure. Yes, where's the water coming from? Well, I already told you, Pure Water on track to give us half of our city's water in the next couple of years. We're putting together a thoughtful plan that will make sure that generations from now, the quality of life that we enjoy as San Diegans will continue to be here for our children and for our grandchildren. And lastly, I just want to say that this is about knitting our two cities, our two countries closer together. My friend, Mayor Ruiz McFarland, is here. Carla has done an exceptional job leading her city during very difficult times. I appreciate you, Mayor, for coming up here today. This train is about making sure that people from the U.S.-Mexican border can get there to and fro, and you all know the border is not a problem. It is an asset for our region. And when we invest in something like this extension, that makes that asset provide even more for our regional economy. So, jobs, healthcare, education, opportunity, our binational mega region. You understand why the senator is here today. You understand why we're all here today. You understand why you want to get on this train, right? And I encourage every San Diegan coming this fall, a one-seat ride to incredible opportunities, a vision of what the future of our city can and will be, a place where if you're willing to work hard, we will make a place for you. That's what today is about. Thank you all so much for being here today.
Sandag and MTS have been tremendous partners and allies in doing this. Two agencies with unique purposes, but working together daily. We appreciate it, MTS, all of Sandag does, and appreciate the collaboration and cooperation. So please give a big welcome to the chair of Sandag and Mayor of Encinitas, Catherine Blakespear.
Well, hello, everybody. It's my great honor to follow these three amazing elected leaders and to be standing up here with them as the thinkers and the speakers and the leaders they are for our community, as well as all of the rest of the elected leadership and professional staff who are here today. And look, we have a coaster going by right now. We could give a big round of applause for transit. And also, we have a U.S. Senator. 40 million people. We only have 2 of them in this state, and he represents all of us, and he's come here to celebrate this amazing project. So thank you so much, Senator, for coming all the way here for this project. This is such an exciting day for Sandag and for our region, and it's really important that we take this moment to celebrate the ceremony of it. And I think that's why you've all come here today. And the reason it's important to celebrate is that we know that there are always so many roadblocks to actually doing infrastructure projects. All of us know that there are right-of-way issues and money issues and utility relocation issues and community opposition issues. And all of those things lead to us sometimes not doing projects or not having long delays before we can actualize them. And today, we're on that doorstep of stepping onto this train, this brand new train, brand new transit, which is really the future of this county. We need to have these kinds of projects make it across the finish line. We need to see that they're successes. And it has already been very well articulated by the mayor of the city of San Diego what this will do, as well as Chairman Fletcher, what this will do for our county. But we have to continue to remember that when we're thinking of the next project. And we're saying yes to the regional plan that Sandag is putting together. And we're saying we can have transit to the airport. Because there are always reasons to say no. But let's find those reasons to say yes. Because this is what we need. Thank you. So today I'm excited that we're going to get on here and go to 3 of the 9 new stations. This is 11 miles of new transit, which is really stunning amount of new transit, 11 miles. And I'm thrilled that you're all going to get on this train and we're going to go to breakfast and then come back. I can't wait to do that in just a few short seconds. So thank you again to Sandag, to all of the different organizations that have put this together. As chair, I've had this opportunity to witness the extension progress over the years, and it's just amazing to be here nearing completion. Thank you again for the federal funding. And I know I speak for everyone in our region when I say I look forward to the start of this service later this year. Thank you.
The Blue Line extension connects so many. It connects a veteran in Chula Vista who needs to get to an appointment. It connects a student in National City who needs to get to work. It connects all of us who desire to go down and walk across the border to see our regions. We are one region, as Mayor Gloria mentioned, separated by a line on a map, but we're one community with one culture and one economy. And so we tremendously appreciate our partnership for our friends south of the border, and we're pleased to have with us here Carla Ruiz McFarland, the mayor of Tijuana.
Thank you very much. I'll be brief, the last one. I just want to say thank you, Major Todd Gloria. Thank you, Mayor Blackfoot. Thank you, Senator. Thank you, Sandag and MTS for inviting me, because I think in inviting me, you're recognizing all those citizens or those people that have dual citizenship that are from Tijuana and also from San Diego, that live there and work here, or some work here, or others live here and work over there. And in being here, I think you're recognizing all those people, and there's a lot of people in this community that have that, and honoring them. So thank you very much for being here. It's great to celebrate this important milestone for the trolley. Not too long ago, we celebrated the 40 years of the San Diego trolley, and now we're here celebrating this new line. The trolley, and I said it before, and I'll say it again, it's a symbol of everything that unites us. So every day, thousands of riders rely on the trolley to make vital connections to important destinations. And in the San Isidro trolley station is one of the busiest stations in the entire MTS system, second only to the 12th and Imperial Transit Hub. So I think here, I just want to congratulate you, celebrate you, and not just for creating infrastructure connections, but for creating human connections with this. So thank you very much. Congratulations to all. Have a nice day.
All right, so with that, MTS, we like to keep the trains running on time. So we're going to get this first one running on time. We're going to have a quick ribbon cutting, and then we will board and head to our next station. So thank you again to everyone who's here and everyone who's been involved in this. It's a wonderful day for San Diego. Thank you all.